Last week, the Brighton and Sussex University Hospitals NHS Trust proudly announced that, as part of a new policy designed to address health inequalities for marginalised and disadvantaged groups, use of the word mother is to be replaced by more inclusive terminology.
Thus its maternity services will henceforth be known as perinatal, pregnant women are to be referred to as birthing parents, breastfeeding is now chest feeding, and breast milk is either chest milk or milk from the feeding parent. Of course, the ability to bear children is not what defines a woman. There are plenty of childless women who are proof of that. But the biology itself is unique to the female of the species.
Pregnancy and childbirth are women's experiences. Breastfeeding is a woman's experience. So is menstruation. Like it or not, these are biological characteristics which are non-transferrable.
To acknowledge this is not an act of bigotry, it is simply a fact, like observing that snow is cold.
It also does not mean that someone is hostile to the existence of trans people or to their right to be treated fairly.
And yet in the lexicon of modern trans terminology, even to think such thoughts, let alone say them out loud or in print, is considered a hate crime.
Any woman who dares question the new orthodoxy is instantly demonized as a TERF, trans-exclusionary radical feminist, and set in the metaphorical stocks. Shutting down dissent in this way is, as the experiences of women like J.K. Rowling, cancelled for objecting to the term people who menstruate, and Suzanne Moore, pushed out of her job at The Guardian by colleagues scared of being tarred with the same brush, prove a very effective way of neutralizing opposition to dogma.
I had a phone call from HMRC yesterday morning.
It was a recorded message telling me my account had been subject to fraud, and could I confirm a few details so they could help.
I was about to comply when I noticed the Cambridge dialing code. A scam.
Much like the one that pops into my inbox regularly purporting to be from Royal Mail, and asking me to fill in a form to release a package stuck at customs.
These wretched online fraudsters are a plague, and very much on the increase during lockdown.
They also make life impossible for genuine callers. Take the man who rang me a week ago claiming to be from NatWest, with whom I used to bank many years ago.
They had found a small sum of money left in my old account, and wanted new details in order to forward the balance.
Do I trust him? Or was I right, as I did, to send him away with a flea in his ear?
Bullies and rigid ideologues understand that most people are easily scared, and when handed a pitchfork will generally run with it if it means they themselves won't end up on a spike. It's a tactic used not just by radical trans activists, but also by BLM and the environment lobby. Bend the knee if you know what's good for you, or suffer the consequences.